Hello there, gang, and welcome to another episode of Displaying-Model-Behaviour. There's a whole bunch of news out there, so let's talk about it. So, Hasbro PulseCon 2024 is on the books, in the pocket, out of sight, and I've covered all the Marvel Legends news except for the fact that the fan vote winner for this year was X-Force Nightcrawler. A very convenient fan vote winner, considering that we will hopefully, had to put that caveat in there, hopefully be getting some grey X-Force, Uncanny X-Force characters coming up in about a year's time. Time will tell on that one. But yeah, that Nightcrawler, he looks pretty decent. And we also had a whole bunch of Star Wars reveals. And you know me, I'm not going to labour the point too much. Let me just rattle them off for you. So first of all, we're getting a Star Wars Black Series Prince Xizor. And actually, I will belabour this point a little bit, only in as saying, this is cool. I don't know if there's been a Black Series Prince Xizor. I'm pretty sure there hasn't. This guy was a big money player that everyone's kind of forgotten about, because Shadow of the Empire was a huge thing in the 90s. Video games, comic books, novels, action figures. The only thing it didn't have was a movie. And I swear, if we'd got a Shadows of the Empire movie, that could have been better than any of the trilogy prequels or the sequels. One day it might happen. So Xizor, that's awesome. Then we got a Black Series Commando droid. Gotta slow myself down here a little bit. We also got a Black Series Clone Commander Bakala. Then there's a Vintage Collection Ashoka Anakin. There's a Vintage Collection Ahsoka. I always get that wrong. Clone Trooper. Lieutenant, apparently. Then there's a Vintage Collection Acolyte Jedi Master Indara. Star Wars Vintage Collection Andor Daedra Miro. A New Hope Luke Skywalker, also with the Vintage Collection. Also Vintage Streets of Mos Eisley playset. Then there's a Black Series Armorer roleplay helmet. So that's the full-on, full-scale, one-to-one style thing. And then finally, there's a Star Wars Black Series Stap and Battle Droid, which I'm pretty sure I've spoken about before. So there you go. There's a lot of Star Wars stuff you just sink your teeth into. Folks, this episode of Model Behaviour is brought to you by LegendsVerse, our regular channel sponsor. This is your one-stop shop for all of your action figure needs, whether you collect Mafex, G.I. Joe, McFarlane, Marvel Legends, Select, a whole bunch of other ones in between, NECA, Mythic Legions. They are constantly adding more figures to their database with beautiful galleries, very easy to navigate the whole website so you can find whatever you're looking for instantly. It's a great place to curate and manage your entire collection, mark down what you got, what you need, and what's on your wish list. For all of your action figure wants, this is the place to go. Give them a follow, check them out. It wouldn't cost you a penny to go see what they're doing. And you know what? You might even go, I want to actually sign up for this thing and actually take full advantage of everything. Because honestly, it's a pretty damn great resource to have. There you go. I said damn. You know I'm sticking to my convictions with that. That's some spicy language for Model Behaviour. Oh, be still, my beating heart. Revolta have given us full reveal images of their Juri figure from Street Fighter 6. This looks good, man. Juri, they hit the nail on the head when it comes to cool character design. The color scheme, the bright pink and the neon, it's a Bret Hart color scheme. I just realized, that's why you like it, Dave. Harkens back to something that you loved in your childhood. But she does look phenomenal though. Revoltech, man, they started out so rough back in the day, and now they're just putting out banger after banger after banger. This looks like another one. I'm seeing all the accessories she comes with as well. She's got that great cyberpunk kind of aesthetic, so you could put her with other figures. She's not just like a fighting figure. I'm just talking more because I want to convince myself to buy it. I think I might have. McFarlane have given us the full reveal pictures of their classic Joker and their Earth 2. Yes, it is Earth 2 Robin. I won't stay on these ones for too long because, you know the score. It's McFarlane. I do like the real classic Joker. I think that's a great example of like your quintessential, if you don't own a Joker, this is the perfect Joker to go for in my eye. Robin, that's definitely one for the completionists. I mean, it's not the coolest looking costume in the world, but maybe you've got a big place in your heart for the story that this character is involved in, so they're going to be hitting store shelves soon. Over on the G.I. Joe side of things, we got a couple of renders of the upcoming new Joes. We've got, who is it? Heavy Duty. There you go. The name was there and then it was gone. Heavy Duty, who is coming with some heavy duty accessories. This, you can imagine, is going to have to be a deluxe figure. But, I mean, we're kind of used to this with G.I. Joes. They come with so much stuff now. They are laden with accessories and they all look so good. And then also we're going to get Law and Order. I'm not sure which one's Law and which one's Order. G.I. Joe fans, let me know, but it's another doggy. I got a lot of love for that. We've got the guy with the pit bull looking dog, but now we've got this classic German Shepherd as well. Yeah, I'm glad I don't collect G.I. Joes because they all look so good. I'd be broke. And you know what? We ain't done yet either. There's more G.I. Joes being revealed at Hasbro PulseCon, and each one of these, it's so weird to have a toy line that I love everything I see, but it's because of that. I can't. Not even one. It's too much of a slippery slope. But now we're going to be getting, let me rattle these off. We're going to get Dreadnought Xandar, who just looks straight out of any 80s hair metal band, which is why the Dreadnoughts are so much fun. Then we're getting the Saw Viper semi-automatic weapon. Oh, I guess is that like the literal saw? There you go. And again, he looks like a big, chunky boy, like the riot gear type stuff. That's really cool. You know that if he was in a video game, you'd need a special attack to take him down, or at least do something to distract him and then you can jump on his back. That's the kind of figure I'm looking at there. Then Leatherneck as well. And then finally, I think this is the last G.I. Joe for PulseCon at least, we're getting the new G.I. Joe Dial Tone, who I think we did see some early renders of before. There you go. So these are available for pre-order now on HasbroPulse.com. Yo Joe! Celebrating 40 years of Transformers, Hasbro are doing the Dino King 5-pack, a combiner of Dinobots. Not classic Dinobots though. That was one thing that was always kind of interesting about the G1 Dinobots, is that they were like a combiner team that couldn't combine. But then that made the dynamic between them and Devastator really interesting, because they got the size and the manpower versus like the smaller versions. I always thought it was a cool thing. I know that there are like alternate stories where the Dinobots do merge into some kind of Gestalt type transformer. I don't know if that's ever canon though. This is a interesting multicolored looking fella. I mean, it's kind of fun, but those aren't my Dinobots. Me Grimlock, not combiner. Me King! That was a good G1 Grimlock. We're also getting a few of the smaller bots as well. We're getting Transformers G1 Animated Series, Legacy Deluxe Class Origin Bumblebee, and United Voyager Class G1 Universe Ramjet. These names, man. And we are also getting a Comic Universe Tarn inspired by the Transformers IDW comic book universe, and I need to get back to reading Void Wars. I've heard that gets really good. We are also getting 2 more spacefaring Autobots. We're getting ourselves Leader Class Overcharge and Galaxy Shuttle. Again, had to make sure I get those right there. And did someone say Cosmic Transformers? I keep thinking I've got to the end of this and then I scroll the page and it's like, nope, there's more. There's Cosmo, who I remember from back in the day. So we're getting a Transformers Legacy Deluxe Class Autobot Cosmo. Also, we're getting Breakdown and Armada Universe Wheeljack. These collectible figures convert between robot and vehicle. Well, even Dave knows that. Thanks a lot, Write Up. But they're available for pre-order today. And yeah, available on Hasbro Pulse. Go get them. Con exclusives, they're usually pretty harmless. They might be some cute little extra thing that you like, but you don't really need. And then you get 3-0, who are like, oh, for this Wonderfest, we're going to do a Bumblebee Cybertron version of Optimus Prime. And he's going to look wicked. So if you happen to randomly be at Wonderfest, then you can pick this guy up there. If you're not though, you know what, there are ways and means. Alright, this is 2024, you can hop on the interwebs, you can find a dealer somewhere in the world. It's probably going to cost you a little bit extra, but looking at these pictures, it's not a bad thing to spend your money on. Over on 5K Toys, pre-orders are about to open up for the Fancy Realm 1/12 scale NECA figure. Now, this wouldn't have been too exciting of a story, unless you really like the look of this character. I mean, it's pretty cool. But what's surprising about it is that the price is listed as $35 for the regular and $45 for the deluxe version, which sounds really cheap when you look at what we're getting here, but that's currently what I've got in front of me, so until that changes, this looks like a pretty amazing fantasy figure for an extremely good price. Oh, this is really cool. I love things that remind me of other things. And this right here, we got Quicks and Devil Toys doing a little collab to make this 1/12 scale Otomo Tech 63. That's just what it's called, okay? I'm just rattling it off there. But Otomo, we'll call him. $128. So that's actually gone down in price quite a bit. With all the cloth goods and the cyberpunk look, I really dig the little doggy. This makes me want to go and watch Akira again for the... Actually, I was going to say the 100th time or whatever, but I actually haven't watched Akira that much because it's a heavy movie. But it's so good, man. If you haven't seen Akira, if you're one of them younger folks who haven't watched it, go back. Go back and watch Akira, man. It's one of the most beautiful examples of sci-fi, end-of-the-world type animation. And oh my goodness, as the kids say, it slaps hard. So does this figure. It looks pretty cool to me. 3-0 are showing off their Mega Man figure Rocket Man X. Basically a cooler looking version of Mega Man. That's the limit of my Mega Man knowledge. What's also cool is the price though. This guy's going to be about $44, which is not crazy when you look at everything that he's got, that he's coming with. Looks really good, and that just makes my brain think more Marvel vs. Capcom potential. I just wish we could get some of the other more obscure characters. Come on, Jada, where are our Darkstalkers? You know you want to start building out that line. So this is going to be released around about the first quarter of next year, and yeah, he looks kind of fun. And now, foolish mortals, NECA is going to show you something horrifying. That was my first ever attempt at a Vincent Price. A Vincent Price. So they're going to give us Horror Host Vampira with skull accessory. They're going to give us a They Live Alien in suit with by paper accessory. They Live Alien. Yeah, sorry, I wasn't reading that correctly there. I was confusing myself. I was picturing a xenomorph in a suit. Horror icon Vincent Price. Vincent Price. With interchangeable hand, cat, and skull accessories. And finally, Nosferatu's Count Orlok with rat accessory. Now shipping at Target stores. Go get them. Speaking of quintessential Jokers in stock and available to order now, we got CP Toys x Nice Toys 1/12 scale Joker 1989 version. I didn't even know this was in production. I don't think, but he's available now for approximately $80, give or take, depending on which seller you can find him from. I found mine out of interest on Sodachi Toys, which is a Japanese retailer, I do believe. But if you shop around, you might just find yourself one of the most gorgeous looking Jack Nicholson 1/12 scale Jokers. That looks terrific. If anyone out there watching this, if you get this, let me know. Let me know if he's as good as he looks in the pictures, because just from this little eyeball test, yeah, I think he looks kind of amazing. Also available for pre-order now are a couple of 1/6 scale Call of Duty inspired figures. I believe this is Call of Duty. It's listed as Modern Battlefield, but I'm getting a big bang of Call of Duty vibes, but I'm not a first-person shooter guy. I'm not sure what kind of guy I am when it comes to video games, or anything, actually. 42, still figuring myself out. It's a work in progress. These figures, they look like the finished article, though. They look really cool. About $100 each, and yeah, got the badass looking skull designs on the front there as well. Yeah, I can't identify with the source material, but the designs themselves, they look pretty cool. Another really cool Ultraman figure, just like Kamen Rider. I don't know the source material, but I love the designs. This is SH Figure Arts Ultraman Belial. Belial clear color version. Should be released October 2025. Pre-orders open now. And yeah, if you know who he is, then go get him. And if you don't know who he is, then maybe you might want to find out and buy him anyway, because he does look pretty wicked. Modoruto Itadaro. Or come with me if you want to live. Oh yeah, I still have the Terminator Japanese dialogue in my brain. You can take the man out of the show, but you can't take the stunt show out of the man. I was doing it for too long. This is a gorgeous, and I can tell you from my own personal experience, gorgeous Hot Toys figure. You're getting another chance to get hold of the battle damaged T800. This is version 2, which I can't actually see much of a difference from my original version, which I bought in 2017, I think. But then again, maybe that's because it's hard to improve upon perfection. It really is. This is stunning. Like Hot Toys, I always say, oh, you know, they're expensive, but they're great. But this is really... Oh, it's really great. The pictures speak for themselves. Of course, they're beautifully lit and shot and edited, but just the actual figure in hand, one of my absolute favorite action figures. Cannot wait to eventually pose that guy on a shelf one day in a house somewhere at a time unknown. But when I do, he'll still look magnificent. Ezuka Studio are showing off their 1/6 scale not Leon from Resident Evil. Looks pretty cool though. This is being listed as Damnation, the American agent. But come on. To any discerning eye, this is clearly Leon from Resident Evil 4, I want to say. Yes, this is Las Plagas Leon. Or is it not? No, he's more tactical, isn't he? This could be Resident Evil 6 Leon. And honestly, that's one of the few games where, well, actually it's the only Resident Evil game I've never finished. Because, dang, 10 minutes into that, and I was like, no, this is like the Michael Bay of video games. And there's no good way to interpret that. Yo! I hate this! Isn't this creepy looking? Is it just me? What a weird uncanny valley thing we have going on with this not Woody from Toy Story. It's like, well, let's make the figure's face slightly more human. Oh, so like a human face. No, just unsettlingly so, I think was the conversation had in the design room. So this is Joyman Toys 1/12 scale Toy Story Woody Western Gunslinger Cowboy. I guess you throw enough words in there and you can eventually put in enough of a word salad to avoid any copyright issues. So this is going to be arriving, it says September this year, so should be hitting store shelves soon, I think, or online store shelves, Bombusby, for example. So it looks like pre-order full price $45.99, which at least I will say, as long as you want a slightly unsettling looking character, then that's a really good price for a whole bunch of cloth goods and what looks like a very well put together action figure. I don't want them on my shelf though. Oh, that gives me the goo-goo jeebies. Boss Fight Studios are doing one of my favourite little gems from the 90s, Salmon Max. The second wave of figures that they're putting out now are kind of the alternate type figures we can get. So we're going to be getting ourselves Wave 2 Rubber Pants Commandos and also Scuba Max with Ratzo. These are really fun. I remember first seeing these in comic book form, these characters. Then I saw the animated show and man, with that and Freakazoid and Earthworm Jim, the 90s had a goldmine of great animated shows. Don't you just love it when Dave has a toy that he doesn't know anything about? I'm going to try and come up with a better jingle for that. But this is a toy that I don't know anything about. Just posted on the Model Behaviour Facebook group. And it does look cool. Unfortunately, there's a lot of Japanese, or even not even Japanese. I might have stood a chance if there was Japanese. There's Chinese and Mandarin here, so I don't know where you're going to be getting it, but I'm going to be keeping an eye out. Places like your 5K Toys, your Bombusbys, your Ami Amis. This thing is going to pop up pretty soon, and when it does, it looks super fun. I've got the direct translation as Rabbit Limited Kung Fu Panda, which is kind of a fair descriptive. I just love the aesthetics. This looks like something that would be in a Disney World attraction. You'd be going on some jungle riverboat cruise, and one of these guys would be coming at you going, "Wah!" I was overthinking that, but it does look cool. Hopefully I can find out more. Now this is super cute and a little creepy as well. Gecko Corp are doing a box set of figures from Little Nightmares, which is a PlayStation game. It might be on other consoles too, but I played it on PlayStation, and it has a great surreal Tim Burton-y kind of feel to its aesthetics. Very fun, very just weird and dark. Sometimes you like weird and dark. I mean, we're getting towards the spooky season now. These little figurines look very spooky, so for someone who likes the ookie kooky type stuff, don't know where that was going, well, you might want to get them some Little Nightmares. Jada Toys are doing a remote-controlled Thing hand from the Wednesday Addams show. I think this is great fun. In time for Halloween as well. It's really clever looking. The way that it can stay up and move around and all the little digits can do their job. I'm really impressed with this. What a cool, fun, ridiculous little novelty item. Again, Jada, you just whatever you touch, man. Whatever you touch with your weird Thing hand just turns to gold. Over in Creator Corner, I wanted to shout out a 3D digital artist. I thought this was really cool. This is Daniel Rodas _3D, who is a digital animator. And unsurprisingly, the first thing that caught my eye was the Scarlet Witch concept statue. At first I saw it, I was like, wow, Hasbro are being real generous with the amount of plastic they're using now. But no, it was one of those too good to be true things. But seeing some of these digital creations, you can go down a real rabbit hole. Like, there is so much stuff being made by so many talented people that if it was ever put in action figure form, I wouldn't be able to afford any of it. But I don't have to, because it's all pretend. So I can look at these to my heart's content. And believe me, I do. Today's cosplay cover artist is Cherry Crush. Bright, colourful, super fun, a little bit goofy, and very, very eye-catching. Go give her a follow. You need to go down the page a little bit for the more kind of comic booky type cosplay. Because up at the top, it's all very TikTok-y. All those kind of like bouncing around things that the kids do, and like the ooh, that like things. I don't know what I'm doing. I don't understand TikToks. I just know cosplay. Why does everything get so confusing when you're old? And folks, that does it for Good News for today. What did you think about the items covered? Comment below, let me know. And if you like what you see here and you want to see more, then you know what you gotta do. You gotta join the 6-1 Clicks. Almost ran out of breath there. By joining the 6-1 Clicks. You join the 6-1 Clicks by joining the 6-1 Clicks. No, you don't. You join it by clicking the like, share, and subscribe buttons. I've only been doing this show for 4 years. Come on, Dave. Gang, thank you so much for watching. Channel members, thank you so much for your support. I know I've been a bit slow with the live streams lately, but we're back on track now. So channel member live stream tomorrow. Look forward to that. And until next time, keep displaying model behavior.
Coffee. Big time.